One of the most exciting games this weekend is Missouri traveling to Vanderbilt to play 3:30 on ESPN. Folks, as of the making of this video, Vanderbilt is a 2.5-point favorite. And y'all, I'm telling you, I dove into the stats, and just looking at this game, it's exciting. But when you look at the stats, where these teams rank offensively, defensively, oh my goodness, this looks like it's going to be even more fun than what we can imagine. It's definitely one of the most exciting football games of the weekend, and one of the biggest. So we'll dive in just a second. Hey, welcome to the channel. Another college football podcast, because there's so many. Why not another one? So if you love college football, I hope you'll subscribe. It's free. Hit the thumbs up. It's free. And if you want to pass along to your buddies on Facebook, text it to them, whatever, put it on the forums, I hope you'll do that. I do appreciate it. In the preseason, Phil Steele said that Missouri was basically going to rebuild this year. He didn't have them ranked so high in the SEC, and I get it. I get that you lose certain players and so on, and that's going to impact any team. It's not just a Missouri thing. On the other side, you have Vanderbilt coming off of last year's season, and I mean, it was exciting. It was really good for Vanderbilt, beating Alabama the first time in 40 years, and then almost beating Texas. But everyone now has an entire season of film on Vanderbilt and Diego Pavia. So I was like, we're going to wait and see. Well, both of these teams have emerged. There was probably some people out there I know there were people out there who was salivating over Vanderbilt. But for me, I was pumping my brakes. And then we fast forward today. We're fast forwarding to today. We're in week 9, folks. Yeah, week 9. Last week of October. All that's left is November, and then boom, we're staring at conference championship games, the Army-Navy game, bowls, and the playoff. Yeah, we're already there. And today, while other teams have fell apart, underperformed, some just absolutely embarrassed themselves, you have number 15 Missouri, 6-1, 2-1 in the SEC, and Vanderbilt number 10, 6-1 and 2-1 in the SEC. This game can be a turning point for both of these teams. You like how I stopped there to emphasize my point? Anyway, let's talk about the numbers that I referenced just a second ago. When you go to total defense, Missouri is ranked number 5. Yeah, that's right. They are the number 5 total defense in the country. Vanderbilt, they're not ranked as high as they are, but they are the number 29, 29th ranked defense in the country. That means they're just not going to roll over and die. Then we step back and we look at total offense. Missouri has the number 10 total offense. Vanderbilt, number 25. They're ranked 25th for total offense. Now, you do have to step back and ask yourself, who have they done this against? Meaning, how did they amass these numbers? Well, if you look at Vanderbilt and you take a look at their schedule, obviously, they played Alabama. Obviously, they played South Carolina, which they fell off, but it was earlier in the season. Really didn't know that much about them. They just did it to LSU. So they've played some talent, needless to say, and to still have those numbers is really incredible. Let's take a look at Missouri, sitting at 6-1. Now, they lost. Both of these teams lost to Alabama, both of them. Missouri barely lost to Alabama by 3 points. They as well played South Carolina a little earlier on in the season, and they just got finished beating Auburn in a fist fight. And then last but not least, Missouri has the nation's 3rd leading rusher on the team. This guy has 840 yards, 139 carries, 11 touchdowns. Ahmad Hardy is showing out, and he has given this team the ability to attack on the ground, while their quarterback has passed for over 1,600 yards, 11 touchdowns, has had 7 interceptions, though. Now, everyone's going to talk about Diego Pavia. He's the quarterback, but he's also the leading rusher on the team with 438 yards. The question is, who stops who? I mean, really, that's it. Damon Wilson has 5.5 sacks for Missouri. You flip to the other side, Miles Capers, he has 4.5 sacks on the season. I mean, when you look at these numbers and how close they are, it is laughable. This game is going to be much better than what I think a lot of people is expecting. And then you look at the ticket prices. You're like, ticket price, where do you bring that up? If you have a good football team, people will pay a lot of money to go sit up in the nosebleeds. I mean, the cheapest ticket that I could find, and I just didn't do a deep dive, but here on ESPN, where you're looking at the lowest tickets as low as $266, and you know that's nosebleed. You know that's over in a corner behind a porta potty. That's how big this game is. What is the key? When you walk out onto the field, all the hoopla stops within the first 3 to 5 minutes. You've talked to the media, you've talked to the sideline reporter. It's all good. It's done. You've been reading about this game for days. If you're Vanderbilt, you just came off the win against LSU, so you're really excited. The key here is which team focuses quickly and holds that focus consistently for the rest of the game. You have to focus. Vanderbilt cannot start clapping and losing their little minds that they beat LSU last week. That's good. They did it for the first time in what, 35, 40 years, somewhere in there? Missouri's coming for them. Drinkwitz can coach. Drinkwitz took over for Barry Odom, 5 or 6 years ago? And it took him a few years to get things going, but I mean, he knows how to coach. Him losing talent is not a big deal. He can coach it up, and he's coming for this game. This is, while other teams are cannibalizing, the SEC's cannibalizing itself, as it always does. This right here could be the difference. A win here could be the difference between a college football playoff appearance and not, when everything shakes out in the next 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is a difficult game to pick. Why? Because Drinkwitz can coach. Because his team has incredible numbers. Yes, Vanderbilt does as well, but I mean, you heard what I called out. On the offense and the defensive side, per players, and just overall total offense, total defense. It's crazy. My gut says Missouri. My gut says Missouri goes into Vanderbilt and wins this ball game. But it's not clear cut gut. As soon as I say, yeah, Missouri's going to win this ball game, I go, oh, but Vanderbilt at home as a 2.5-point favorite. Folks, I'm going Vanderbilt. When my gut is just not clearly defined, I'm going to go back to logic. I feel like Vanderbilt at home and Pavia's excitement is enough to win this ball game, but don't be shocked if Missouri wins. Don't be shocked. because this game is splitting hairs. There's other games, it's not like splitting hairs. I'm going Vanderbilt here, taking out Missouri, and whoever gets this win, it's going to propel them into, you know, the top 5 of the SEC. You only have 2 undefeated in conference teams in the SEC, and that's Texas A&M and Alabama. You get to Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, Missouri, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. They all have 1 loss in conference. And then below that, it's a bunch of 2-loss teams. And then it really falls off. So this is a big one. I pick Vanderbilt to win the game. Hey, let me know in the comments section, what do you see? How do you see this game shaking out? What is the difference for you? Listen, I appreciate you joining me on this the channel. I can't speak. Maybe I need to go be looked at by, you know, a medical professional. But I hope you'll subscribe. It's free. Hope you'll pass it along to your friends in your forums on Facebook. That's free. Hit the thumbs up.